morning, children of Standard 6. Today we are going to continue this lesson about Ashoka, Emperor Ashoka. So now you see in this map, you see one map is given extension of Maurya Empire. As Bindusara, his father was the founder of that, and Ashoka, how did he extend his places? How he did extended? Say so many different. See in India map, so many things are there. From north to south, he extended his empire, and see so many places are there. Lumbini, Kosambi, from Lampak from north to Brahmagiri to the south, and east and west. And his first preaching was, understand, his was at Sharnath, and so many Ujjain and so many places are there. So he extended his Mauryan empire in many big cities. So in the map you see how his no king, but he was so strong administrator. How did he rule from north to south, east and west? But now we are going to see one place, Kalinga War, and its impact. Now we are going to see that the Ashoka governed his empire and tried to extend his boundaries to the Kalinga, that is Odisha. Was only the kingdom was not being controlled by the Mauryan. It was important to control the routes to India, and Ashoka realized that importance of Kalinga in historic battle of Kalinga Fort. See, he extended, he won many places, many provinces, but when he reached to Kalinga, this changed his mind. When he fought, he won in this kingdom, but Ashoka was horrified with the witness. He saw that he was left alone, and all the dead people, and there were bloodsheds, and there were the rivers of the blood flowing. This shocked him. The conquest of the king was horrifying, and many thousands of soldiers were killed. He mentioned in his inscription, what we or you did not go to see, but these things are being mentioned in his inscription. 100 of people were killed. The site of the battle of Ashoka was Haror, and Ashoka became a Buddhist. After this, he promised that he will not fight anymore, and he vowed, and he gave up all his weapons, whatever he had with him, and he tried to follow a Buddhist. He became a Buddhist and followed the rights, ahimsa and non-violence. He was now filled with compensation and felt needed for right living. After the Kalinga War, he felt that it was need for him that about the right living is very necessary. King Ashoka could not celebrate the victory over Kalinga, though he won, but he could not understand his victory over Kalinga. He was deeply anguished by the scene and that witness in the battlefield. He could not see the battlefield. He was very shocked. Ashoka, in his 13th rock edict, expressed the deep remorse that he felt after destroying the Kalinga. Few kings in his history have repented too deeply or tried so hard to make or suffering they had caused. He was the king who gave up the conquest and winning a war. He became the follower of Upagupta. He became the follower of Upagupta. Upagupta was his master, was his guru. From him he learned about the Buddhism, and he surrendered his weapons and vowed not to fight anymore, and he embraced the Buddhism and became the abbot. Abbot means what? One type of sadhu. That he left the house at the site of the battle with horror and dismay. Why? Because even the battle, there were bloodshed, there were blood flowing, river was flowing, and everyone was killed, and he was left alone. So this shocked him. Then King Ashok traveled extensively all over India to propagate Buddhism. When he became Buddhism, he got the knowledge from Upagupta. He came to know that what is real in the life, ahimsa and non-violence. He propagate means to spread preaching all over the India. Not only in India, but Ceylon, Nepal, and many other he went and he preached. Ashoka appointed officer delegated power to them and extended to accountable special officer called Dharma Mahamantas were appointed. He himself went and he appointed many Mahamantas, understand, and he preached about the Buddhism, and he sent even his own daughter and his son Mahendra and daughter Sangamitra. They traveled to Ceylon, Sri Lanka, which was called before, propagated Buddhism, and stufas, viharas, and mathas were there. Understand, there were stufas, understand, viharas. He did in many places. He started viharas, and viharas, understand, is that the where after the preaching the monks take rest, that is called viharas. He used to so people after traveling, understand, they used to travel, they used to not travel in any vehicles, but they used to go on the foot, and after when they were rest, there were viharas were there, and he built many viharas, and he encouraged the subject of compensation and compensation. Ashoka became the exemplar. He lived as the life way to wanted the subject. He encouraged the subject to be the loving, merciful, compassionate, and pitiful. He made the people that you should be merciful, you should be compassionate and pitiful. Because he left all this and he explained the people. Ashoka carved the policy of dharma. He also carved the policy of dharma, that is the person's duty to live according to the certain religion, subject, code, or pillar, caves, and rock. See, what did he preach? Understand what was written. Understand, be respectful toward one's elder, especially parent. Understand, be respected towards the parent. Respect your parent, respect your elder. To abstain from killing animal, birds, and practice ahimsa and non-violence. You should also don't kill any animals because they cannot speak. Birds, practice of ahimsa and non-violence. To be moderate in expenditure and be encouraging possession. Understand, don't think of possession. More and more possession is there, will you will suffer. How did Buddhism explain that? Even I have explained you about Buddha and Mahavir. What do they explain in their preaching? That possession and expenditure. Don't expenditure on more and more things. Don't have be miser. Understand, possession should not be there. Don't feel of possession means property. Understand more and more about that. To treat women as servant with care, to show reverence to teachers and gentleness to all. Understand, to retreat the women's, understand, and the servants. And now you can reverence to the teacher, respect the teachers and gentlemen. So this he explained in his, and these carvings are done on his, and he explained about the Buddhism. What did Buddha and what did Mahavira explain? He learned because from Upagupta he learned many things. See, a part of the pillar of the Mauryan period. See, these are the pillars, still there are left, understand, carved on this, and many historians also have said about the Ashoka. Administration has become less efficient and financially it became difficult to run such a vast empire. The final blow was it also possible for the policy followed by Ashoka weakened the army. The final blow was Sungas captured the throne of Magda, and how did Mauryan failed? It was the, understand, it was the Sungas, the another dynasty who defeated the Magda, understand, and it was the failure of Mauryan Empire. Now you can see here Greek coin, Kushan's coin, and Saka's coin. So with the Maurya Empire, one of the reasons for the eclipse of the Mauryan dynasty was the arrival of the Greeks. These Greeks played a major role in collapse the Mauryan Empire in the advantage expanded in India. After Indo-Greek, Sakas and Kushans, understand how it was the failure of Mauryan dynasty. It was the Greek, Kushans and Sakas. These are the different dynasties. Understand how did they did. One of the reasons for this Mauryan dynasty was arrival of the Greek and advantage expanded after the Sakas and Kushans. These all are the different dynasties. See, these are the different coins. Understand, Kushan's coin, you see how the picture of their own Saka coin, their own carvings are there. See, in Andhra Pradesh, we can see Savanas, Chaul, Chir, Pandya ruled over South India before 2200 years to 1800 years, and also the Pallava Chalukyas established their rule around 1500 years ago. So you see now after the Mauryan dynasty there are different dynasty they ruled over that, but Ashoka, how did he from north to south and from east to west, how did he rule? But after that different they started following. Understand? Say in Deccan, the Kanvas, and in central India, Satavahanas established their authority. Apart from this, emerged in India. See here, the expansion of agriculture, trade established here, and more growth of town and cities were there. Many roads, waterways were developed, and some towns were flourished, and many stufas, temple, fort, and other buildings were also constructed. This is the Satavahanas coin. See how whenever any new ruler come, they go and develop their own. Understand, Satavahanas coins, and see on different coins we can see how the different kings they established their own. Understand, they made their own coins and they had their own symbols and everything on this. So this we will stop our lesson with this, and I will send you the PDF of the question answer. Okay, thank you.